on our hands. Oh my god, can we get this man, a Protoss, to fight against? No qualms here. ieZael's been handling himself really great throughout the series so far. I think a big problem, though, is a lot of the players he's fought against haven't been prepared, or perhaps that well experienced with STARBOW. I only say this because it feels like the compositions coming out are weird and awkward and what have you. But let's see how this goes. This is the best of 3. The quarterfinals spawning here in the lower left corner of the map. It is from APSC2, the pink Zerg player, ieZael. And his opponent in the upper left, the person I'm just going to by default classify as the underdog, the Green Terran, Volition. I think that's how you say that name. I don't know. So yeah, we talked a little bit in the lobby. I guess ieZael wasn't entirely sure. It is in fact a best of 3 at the quarterfinals, guys. It's a best of 3 finals as well. I kept thinking it was a best of 5 finals for several weeks because that's how ESL does most of their events. But yes, this is in fact. I can't. Hang on. How do I? Can I message anyone? Or no? Where's the freaking what? I'm gonna save esports right now, guys. It is best of 3. But he's on busy, so maybe he didn't even get the message. Why can't I close my windows? There we go. Okay. Panic averted, guys. This is another ZVT. Now, ieZael has been tearing up the brackets. Every Terran player he's fought has also gone down, consequently. I don't know if Volition's going to fall into that same problem, that same trap. One thing is for certain, though, everyone's been struggling at dealing with the Mutalisks. Now, again, there's multiple ways around it, whether it's Irradiate, which is kind of the end-all, be-all, whether it's a lot of Marines having more turrets, static defense, maybe being so aggressive that your opponent, ieZael, can't be aggressive himself. There's a lot of questions to be asked. The thing is, we haven't got to see any answers is the problem. So my fingers are crossed that Volition can handle this a little bit better. There is some really good potential in TVZ and STARBOW. Again, I do reference, you know, Beastie Cuties games at any point. It's been really fun to watch. But ieZael's definitely got a good grasp on things. And it's interesting too, because some pros have been talking about like how it's not worth their time to learn STARBOW because, you know, this could just be a passing fad, and that could be a very big factor too. You know, we see like Marine Lord. I'm not trying to take a dump on Marine Lord, guys, but again, his game went very poorly, but that's okay. He probably hasn't invested hours upon days upon weeks practicing like maybe ieZael has, or maybe ieZael's like a prodigy that picked it up overnight. I'm not gonna lie, I can't speak for either of these players. But for now, 2 queens are going to come out in just a moment's time. And again, queens cannot attack initially, but getting rid of that SCV, that pesky scouting SCV, would be really nice. As far as what build Volition goes for, it looks like he's going to be pumping out a few bio units. Again, this is not going to be too bad for the early game. Whether it's dealing with Zerglings, whatever, Firebats replaced Hellbats. They come out of the barracks in Tier 1, you get a Tech Lab, you can get a Reactor down, whatever, you pump units, right? So Zerglings, Hydralisk pushes, there's no early all-in that really catches you off guard. But it's not like ieZael is applying pressure in that regard. He's been going for those lurkers. He's not been going for anything that's like a weird Baneling bust in STARBOW. And really, kid? This SCV! He's poking the queen! He's poking the bear! Just please enrage your queen and kill this. Oh, okay, just injected. Oh, Spine Call will get the job done. Okay, cool.
First blood.
Anyways, now jumping out of the base, ieZael doesn't worry about that scouting information, revealing what he's doing. Not that it really would have been a big tell, but the Marines are in the retreat. I don't know if he was planning to build a bunker or something, but decides this is not a fight he wants to take. And Volition. Turn around. Shoot the Zerglings. Okay, there you go. I was going to say, you've got so many Marines. There's no reason not to take that fight. But no orbitals have been made yet. And that's actually, you know, this might look a little bit weird. Be like, whoa, what a newbie freaking move. This guy has no idea what he's doing. But the reality is, you don't need orbitals as desperately as you do in StarCraft 2 normally. Like, you don't have mules. You don't get a huge extra benefit. You just basically build instantaneous SCVs with the odd scan. So it's actually not as big of a necessity. Obviously, you still want to get those orbitals eventually. Planetary Fortress, actually. Let's talk about that briefly while we're looking at it. If you guys don't know, the Planetary Fortress was changed ever so slightly. It's still the same Planetary Fortress. The only difference is the attack is not automatic and always. It is like the ICB cannon is an activated ability. But lots more barracks coming down here, so it looks like we might just have that pressure come out before we get lurkers out on the map. And if Volition's pushing, there's no way ieZael is going to be able to afford to just sit back and build lurkers. And he sees all this thanks to that wonderful Overlord, so his front doorstep's going to be knocking. It's Marines with some medevac assistance. 10 lings are coming up, but the Spine Crawler alone should be enough to hold this initial push. He can also go for an enrage on the Queen if he really needs to. Again, Queens do a lot of damage versus the smaller units in the game. But we'll see what happens. Double Spine Crawlers now should really be set for this. No need for a wall off in. Volition scanned? What did he see that spooked him? The lair. Okay, so he saw that the lair was coming out. I don't know if he clicked on the spire to see that it was going to be the spire, but realizing that he might need the anti-air defense at home, does decide not to be aggressive, and I actually don't like this move. Because if he had gone full-on aggression with his units, you know, then ieZael's not able to move the Mutos across the map. He has to use them to defend. Maybe he doesn't know about the Spine Crawlers, but there is a small Spine Crawler wall coming down, and ooh, this ling run by. Is there at least a wall off at the front? I don't know. That's not a wall off. That's not a wall off. Volition! How do you miss the wall? Alright, well, lings are going to kill a medevac there. Dies a very gruesome, bloody death. We've got a lot of turrets coming down. Marines are pushing on the front lines. They do not quite have a whole lot of damage associated with them. They do a stim back, of course, but that range bonus is not here. Not that he really... that's not really going to come into effect, I feel, but... lings are going to gut the mineral line and chase the rest towards the natural. Again, there's no wall off to fully retreat through here is the problem. Now that the Marines are out, the SUVs can start fighting a little bit. Looks like he should be able to hold here at home. Marines and medevacs are going to stim away, but looks like a lot of these are going to end up dying in the end to these lings chasing. So, really, this is not looking good for Volition, guys. You know, when there was one Spine Car down, maybe even when there was two, that push may have worked. But 3 was a little too much. And good game's going to be called. ieZael will take the victory. But it's game number 1 in a best of 3, so we actually have more games coming.